Welcome to The Explainer. We're about to dive into maybe the single biggest question anyone can ask. Who am I? Seriously. And to do that, we're going to lean on some amazing insights from Michael Singer to help us peel back all those layers and get right to the center of who we really are. So let's just start with this. It's a simple, almost funny question. Hi, are you in there? I know, it sounds a little weird, right? But just for a second, really consider it. You probably feel this immediate, yeah, inside. There's a me in here, looking out through these eyes. And that feeling, right there, that's where this whole journey begins. All right, so to find out who that you actually is, we're going to do something a little backwards. We're going to start by figuring out who you aren't. Think of it like a process of elimination, We're going to peel back all these layers of identity that we think are us, but maybe they're not. So let's start with something easy. Your name. Is that you? I mean, really, it's just a label, right? A bunch of sounds you've learned to turn your head to. If your parents had named you something else, would you, the actual you inside, be any different? No way. You're the one who hears the name. You're not the name itself. Okay, that was the easy one. Now for the big one, your body. Are you your body? I mean, most of us just assume that, right? It's almost automatic. This is me. But is it really? Does that idea actually hold up? Let's take a closer look. Just think about this for a second. Picture yourself looking in the mirror when you were 10 years old. You looked out and saw you. Now fast forward to you at 30. That face in the mirror, totally different. But the one looking, was it the same you? And imagine yourself at 80. The body will have changed again dramatically, but the one doing the looking, has that presence ever changed? It's been the same consistent you this entire time, just watching the body change. And that, right there, is the whole point. See, your body is something you have, something you experience. It's an object that appears in your field of awareness, just like the car you're driving or the chair you're sitting in. But the real you, the one who's actually experiencing it all, that's been the same the whole time. This leads us to this really crucial idea, the difference between the subject and the object. Everything you can possibly be aware of, the world outside, a picture on your phone, even your own body in the mirror, all of that stuff is an object. It's the thing being seen. But you're the subject. You're the one doing the seeing, the seer. Now, I get it. This whole idea of being pure awareness or the seer can sound, well, pretty out there, a little abstract. So to help make it feel more real, Michael Singer uses this fantastic metaphor. Okay, so imagine this. You're standing in a gigantic, top-secret warehouse. It is completely, totally pitch black, and it's just jam-packed with stuff. The only thing you have to see anything at all is a single, narrow-beam flashlight. So in this little story, the flashlight, that's your consciousness. It's your basic ability to be aware. And that beam of light that shoots out of it, that's your attention. That's whatever you're choosing to focus on from one moment to the next. All right, so you flick on the flashlight. The beam cuts through the darkness and lands on an old stuffed owl. Okay, you swing the light over here and boom, now it's lighting up a whole F-15 fighter jet. Wild. You move it again and now it's just on a simple rocking chair. See? Whatever that light shines on, for that one moment, that's your entire world. And this is the whole point of the metaphor. The light shines on the owl. But does the light become the owl? Of course not. It lights up the jet, but it's not the jet. It's just light. It's exactly the same with you. Your awareness, your attention shines on thoughts, on feelings, on things you see, but you don't become them. You are the light, not the stuff the light is shining on. Okay, so if we are this consciousness, this seer, what are we actually looking at all day? What's it like to be you in there? Well, Singer says our experience is pretty much made up of three main things coming at us all the time. First, there's the outside world, right? Everything coming in through your five senses. Then there's the world of your thoughts, that voice in your head that just never stops talking. And finally, you've got your emotions, all those feelings bubbling up from your heart. But here's the trick, the thing that gets us all. These three things, they kind of team up on you. Think about it. You see something happen, your mind immediately creates a story about it, and then your heart reacts with a big emotion. It all happens so fast. And that whole package is so powerful, so immersive, that we forget we're the one watching it. We get completely sucked in. We become the story. And this leads us to the whole point of this exploration, which is something called self-realization. And it's not about finding yourself like you dropped your keys or something. It's about recognizing who you've been all along. It's that huge aha moment when you shift from thinking you are your thoughts and feelings to realizing you're the one who is simply aware of them. You're the one who is looking. So why does any of this matter? What's the point? What actually happens when you start to do this? When you untangle yourself from all that noise and just rest as that quiet awareness in the center? Well, just think about your life. Is anything permanent? The world outside your window is changing, literally every second. Your thoughts? They're like a nonstop parade of random ideas. And your emotions? They're like waves in the ocean, rising and falling. Everything is constantly moving, constantly changing. Well, almost everything, because there has been one single thing that's been constant your entire life. And that is you, the one who's been watching it all happen. That silent, steady awareness has been there through every single thought, every emotion, every experience you've ever had. That is your real center. And this is where it gets really beautiful. Singer says that when you finally stop getting tangled up in all the drama and you learn to just rest as that witness, what you find there isn't empty or boring. Not at all. You find this incredible sense of peace, of beauty. You find who you really are underneath it all. So we kind of end up right back where we started, but now maybe with a totally new way of looking at things. If the world and your thoughts and your emotions are all just experiences passing by like clouds in the sky, then who is the one watching them? Who is the sky itself? That silent, steady presence that's aware of it all? That's the real question, isn't it?